right, Salcedo,
Sweaty Cup.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. I'm here today with Anthony. Anthony, we would like to know a little more about who you are.
Okay.
So, where do you come from? And we'd like to hear your background.
All right. Well, I'm actually born in New Jersey, North Jersey,
Okay.
on the other side of Manhattan. I grew up seeing the Twin Towers and close to the Statue of Liberty and all that. So I'm by heart I'm a Jersey boy,
Okay.
But now I'm based out of South Florida. So yeah, I'm 100% snowbird. I stay in the warm weather nowadays. I try to avoid the cold as much as possible. I've been in Florida for a long time now, and I went to school there, and then ended up staying.
Okay.
But originally from New Jersey. My family is South American from Colombia.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, they migrated and first generation, and then I was born in New Jersey.
That's very cool. That'd be a big change going from New Jersey to Florida.
Actually, you know what? A lot of people do it, and we ended up buying like a summer home, and would go every once in a while and spend the summers over there. And then when I was 16, my brother passed. After 2 years fight of cancer, and for some reason I don't even know how they allowed it, but I ended up moving to the house by myself. So here I'm taking care of a house, a yard, a pool, dealing with crabs coming over from whatever the swamp area and behind the house, because it was kind of underdeveloped back in the day, and going to school, finishing up high school, my last year of high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then after that I went back and forth a few times. I wasn't sure what to do with myself or where to end up, but I don't know, that I guess that shock in my life made me move and want to do something different, or just get out, or just change my environment.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the right decision or not. I don't know how my parents let me get away with it, but what's done is done.
Oh, the rest has been legend.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to go from that into this industry?
Well, I mean, growing up, my family always had but not my family. My mother always had a big beauty spas or salons, and she had products that she had produced under her formulations and under her name.
Okay.
And they did really well, and she would export them as well. So I was kind of involved with that growing up, because I would always be on the weekends in her spa salon, and I would also go visit the lab where they manufactured everything like that. So I had a little bit of touch, or influence from that. I think that also there was a point where she was transitioning after she had sold the business and getting into distributing a product line, and I helped her set that up, and we became exclusive distributors for Colombia. She became exclusive, but I helped set that up, and I helped her with that, and I went to different cosmetic shows for that as well. So when it came to getting into what I'm doing right now with Athlon Rub, it was kind of something I was familiar with formulation and production. But Muay Thai was a whole nother world that I had not been involved with at that point. I basically got into Muay Thai because of my love of combat sports,
Okay.
and then I actually fell in love with just watching Malapet Sasiprapa fighting MMA. I was like, I couldn't, I was just love to see him, even if he lost or whatever. I just saw, as far as striking was so dominant, was so beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
And it was a joy to watch,
Poetry in motion.
Yeah, poetry in motion, totally, 100%. And so that's how I became oriented towards Muay Thai and enamored with it. And that was my veer into that direction in that world,
Okay.
And then when the recession hit in 2008, I decided I wanted to follow my passion and work in an industry that I was really passionate about. And I had come across the Thai oil liniment, which I don't want to say their name right now, but but I loved the product. I thought it was great. I thought it was unique. I thought it had market potential with and I thought there was a lot of room for improvement as far as the packaging goes and the labeling, because it was just awkward, not fully translated. The label would rip, and when you open the bottle, and the caps would break and stuff like that. So I thought there was an opportunity there, but I thought the product itself was a really, really good product, and a lot of people did not know it outside of the Muay Thai world.
True.
Even people in the Muay Thai world didn't even know the name of it.
Okay.
Some people used to call it the RCN because of the symbols in the front.
Okay. Yeah.
Or the rhino bottle because of the rhino on the cap or something like that.
Okay.
So I pursued that, but I was hit with a massive challenge pursuing that. They were like, okay, we like what you're saying. We like your experience, my business background, and then, the experience with, the family side. But you, for you to become our exclusive distributor, we need you to FDA register the product. And apparently, I was like, okay, I really wanted it. I stepped up to the challenge, even though I had no idea how to do that. I'd never done anything like that before, and it was not easy. It was super, super hard, and the FDA was not really that helpful or forthcoming.
As they are.
So that was a massive hurdle, and one that fortunately we were able to overcome.
Okay.
And then we went down that road, and it was kind of a rabbit hole because of all the challenges we had, the time differences from Thailand, the totally different business culture, and the responsiveness. It was super hard to get adjusted to that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big culture shift.
Yeah, tremendous. But anyway, that's how I got into the world of Thai liniment, Muay Thai oil,
Okay.
and I went all in. I mean, I went all in. I remember I started in the second year of the TBAs, and my first shipment, I had it air flown from Thailand, and it was like a more than a pallet of cases. I mean, of product coming in, and it all came straight here. I had it air flown to Chicago and then trucked right over here, and it all came in through here. I didn't even fit in my room. I had to go walk sideways and slide into my bed to get in and get out, And then after the TBA was over, I didn't know anybody. Nobody knew me. I'm rolling up with dollies full of cases stacked to the top. I don't know how much I'm gonna need or what, Then I got to figure out how to get all this stuff home, So it was a massive learning curve, and a lot of couch surfing, because I was going around the country promoting this brand that nobody, knew about, and I was just like, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, I gotta go there, and it's it was all on my dime. It was all on my dime,
Yeah.
and my back.
And that had to be. I can't imagine the cost of trying to implement all of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I went through my savings. My 401. It was just like, I had little 401 scattered all over the place from every time my job hopped, and I was like, okay, we're going to have to liquidate this one, liquidate this one, until things started, turning around, but it takes a while to get it to go. But, at the end of the day, it was still a challenge dealing with Thailand and getting the business to become a steady state business with a smooth trajectory going up because of all the little nuances that I had to go through. If I needed something that could take 10 minutes to do, it could take me 2 months to get a response or just get that document or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was pulling hair and pulling teeth, faxing, emailing, calling, just to try to get a response, let's just get this done. I need this, and it was kind of, it was a huge culture shock, huge. So our relationship lasted 5-6 years. And then after that, and I had given them a lot of recommendations on how to improve the product, what some of the feedback was we were getting here from the States, even from Thai owners of Muay Thai gyms. They're like, the smell's a little too strong. It's too intense everywhere,
Right.
That was a challenge. That was an obstacle that some of them had. I brought that up. The coloring, I wasn't comfortable with using an artificial coloring that they had. When I brought it in, I asked them, we're going to go with a natural coloring, and we use beta carotene. When I brought it in, and the label was translated, and it had a product fax panel. So it was done legitimately.
Good.
But the formula was the same except for the color, but everything else was the same. I had a lot of ideas on the product, the labeling, the packaging, and how to make it better. And nothing was receptive. There was just, zero willingness to adapt, to make any modifications or anything like that. So at the end of the day, when things ended for us in our contract, it was probably the good thing, because it allowed me to have to pivot, and then it was like, whoa, I need to figure this out. What am I going to do next? I've been in this world. I love what I'm doing. People appreciate me, and I feel like I'm having an impact. By that time, I had been a guest speaker at the Association of Boxing Commissioners talking about Thai liniment. Right after they rolled out the unified rules of Muay Thai, or the proposed unified rules of Muay Thai.
Right.
This was huge. This was a massive conference, 5 days long. All the state athletic commissioners were there, even Canadians and Mexican as well. And we started doing other things. I started getting involved with the Martial Arts History Museum as well.
Yep.
In Burbank, California. I think they just moved to Glendale.
Okay.
In a much bigger location. And so I proposed and curated the first Thai martial arts fixed exhibit in the museum. They didn't have anything. They had Filipino, they had Japanese, they had Chinese, they had a couple other cultures, Korean, but nothing for the Thai martial arts.
Okay.
So I had to go back and forth, and I got, yeah, you're not going to do anything kind of deal, So I had to propose what the exhibit items could be. And then we covered everything from a little Muay Thai, a little Krabi, a little Muay Baran, and everything like that, whatever we could.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and I put together a list of things that I said we'll go after these things, and half of them got like no, nothing religious, no, we're not listing champions all across the board. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of back and forth, but then we were able to get a good list that we can work on, and we started going after it, and we were successful in putting together a small exhibit. We're still working on it because now there's a bigger museum. And we're dealing with 3 samurai armor suits, full body, and we're dealing with a full-size terracotta soldier, and so it's like I need to get some more stuff in there, So this is my call for help, Let me get some. So I want, what I'd really like to get is maybe a I forgot the name of it right now, but when you go to Thailand in the airports, they have those warrior soldiers with the swords and stuff like that. Yeah, it's got. I forgot the name. I have it down. I'd like to get something like that. I've reached out to
maybe a big Garuda.
A big Garuda? I don't know, because I think I proposed to Garuda, and they said no.
Okay.
He's like, you gotta play the game. You know what I mean?
So.
I do have a coon mask, and the museum president has asked me to get the full costume. That's something. So I have a cool coon mask, but I don't have the full custom, the monkey coon mask.
Yeah.
He goes, get me. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "Give me the full costume." All right, but the last time somebody quoted it was a little high,
Okay.
So, but that's interesting. That's great. That gives me a lot of pleasure and love. Giving back to the community, and we've been able to do things for the Muay Thai community there. We did the Kevin Ross book signing, Dancing with Sanchai.
Oh, very good.
And that was great. I love that energy that we had there. We packed the room, and it was just a lot of love.
That's good.
And then I think 2 years ago we did the honor day for Ajarn Chai.
Yes, we did.
I was
there.
You were there, right? I couldn't make it. My dad was sick, and
sorry.
But thanks, and but it executed flawlessly. It was packed. There was people lined up outside.
It was such a good representation.
Yeah, we were trying to do another event this year, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's booked up. We have a couple of things planned. He's on the Hall of Fame in the museum. So we need to give him his award. Yeah. And we we wanted to do a Teacher's Day for him, as well.
Definitely.
And then we also have to pass the baton too. He only Hall of Famers in the museum can nominate another Hall of Famer.
Okay.
So
very good.
We need to get that next nomination too.
There we go.
And then we keep the ball rolling, get some more activities, bring the community more together. Do some more events. Now that we have the bigger space, Yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So going back to your product, what sets it apart from other products in its category?
Okay, in the category of Thai oil, Thai liniment, Muay Thai oil. For one, we don't have coloring anymore, neither natural or unnatural. We don't have coloring. And we decided to go that route because, who wants to see a yellow towel? Who wants to see yellow shorts?
Right.
What if your car interior is white? Now they have all those e-cars, electric cars, and the white interiors. Who wants that? So we took out the coloring. It said it's not necessary. Why have it? So we want to try to keep it as natural as possible. As far as the formulation goes, we went through several iterations just to try to get it where we're at right now. What we did is we made the formula more transdermal, so it's less greasy on your skin or oily on your skin, and it penetrates a lot faster.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. So the warm up is faster. The warm up is faster. And then we also enhanced the ingredients. We added arnica for bruising and pain because we know arnica is really effective.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so we amped up the recovery properties of the formula. We added turmeric for inflammation to help increase the um, the inflammation properties of the formula. And then we also added Thai ply. We're the only Thai liniment with Thai ply ginger.
Okay.
And that's the main active ingredient. And those herbal compression balls that they use in traditional Thai recovery techniques that they steam and they use on the body. We're the only Thai liniment that has Thai ply ginger on there.
Oh, wow.
So that's some of the major enhancements we did. We reduced naturally the intensity of the scent by blending a citrus eucalyptus with the regular eucalyptus, and it counterbalanced it, and it gave us the nice, comfortable Thai oil scent, but not one that's overbearing, you know, overpowering. Our packaging is different. It's shatterproof, BPA free. We also made it amber, just like they do with essential oils, to protect the shelf life of the active ingredients from the UVA, UVB lights. We try to make our labels kind of matte finish, so it holds better in your hands. And then when you open it, that it's the opening of the cap doesn't tear the whole label off. It stays on the product, as much as possible. And those are some of the main differences we did. We have our presentation, which I have a bottle right here, which is our athlete travel size. This is 100 ml, so this is travel friendly. You can go through TSA security. I have 2, 3, 4, sometimes in my backpack.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to give out some gifts and I'm not checking in luggage.
That's right.
So they're in my backpack, and I never had one confiscated. It says it right there, 100 ml. That's the largest travel size. They're not easy to get.
That's awesome.
That size container. The small presentation is spray. A lot of people appreciate it because you can have more targeted application versus pouring all over the place and throwing out so much product, and then leaving a mess wherever you're at. So you're going to have a lot less cleanup besides when you have breakage. With the other one, the glass that breaks frequently. If somebody drops a gym bag or something like that, or falls off a ring or something, you have glass oil to clean up. You don't have that problem with this.
And the large one makes it easy to fill these.
Oh yeah, you can use a large one. We have our large presentation, which is our Coach Team bottle. It's 500 ml. It's the largest volume you can get in Thai oil, even though it's a little bit smaller than the competitor's big glass bottle. But the glass just takes up a lot of volume. It adds a lot of weight. Ours is shatterproof. The cap doesn't break. That cap always breaks, and those bottles break very frequently. They have a high break ratio,
Right.
And forget it. That's so much liquid to clean up. It's
So
such
much
a
to
mess.
clean up.
I remember when I rep that brand, my heart would be coming out of my sleeves because I didn't know if the box was going to be soaking wet because the bottles breaking everywhere. My containers were soaked. I would just have to get cases and just toss them out. It was rough.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. It was heartbreaking.
But I will say the large container makes it very easy to fill these. I filled up the bottle from the previous show with the larger container. I had no problem filling it up.
Yeah.
It was a great companion.
One bit of advice I would give you is when you refill, always shake first.
Yeah.
Because our product is not emulsified. Even the Thai product, you'll see it separate if you let it sit. You'll see the frothy area, you'll see the different layers. And so it's oils and extracts, and they're not emulsified with chemicals to blend it all out or make it one color like white cream or yellow or green or something like that. So you always want to shake it first so you get a good blend ratio,
Okay.
So that's just a bit of advice.
Yeah. That's one thing my fighters had brought up is mentioned the penetration of the skin. That's something that a couple of my fighters just recently said, I really appreciated this. I can feel it get down deep very quickly.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I had some fighters that were like gave me reviews, and they were like, oh my God, they were doing a pro fight, and they were like, they were told they're up next, then they're not up next, then they're up, and it's like this was like help them get warmed up real super fast, right before jumping in. So that was good feedback.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So does it work for other sports besides Muay Thai?
Oh no, it works for any sport. Any sport. Any physical activity or muscular pain, helps with joint and ligament pain as well. Also, it's not only pre warm up, self care,
Hmm.
post injury or pain, uh, you self applying it, but then also like sports therapy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're doing a deep tissue massage, if you're doing cupping or flow cupping, which is very effective, um, scraping or gua sha cupping. I mean, scraping, or they call it coining sometimes,
Okay.
where you're agitating the surface of the skin to kind of stimulate blood flow and break up some of the fascia. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's better to use something like this that's going to have some properties to it, some beneficial properties, versus just a lubricant, because
Right.
it has the lubricant properties, but you have more going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
skin is your largest organ, so you can't work everything from the inside out. You got this helps you work from the outside in too.
right.
You know?
Oh, as you mentioned, you have all those natural ingredients that offer all those nutrients back into the system.
An added plus too that a lot of people don't know is that some of these ingredients have antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. So, you have a lot of gym-bred diseases out there like staph and ringworm. I've had people with bad rashes that don't go to the gym and are on medication and have not been successful in relieving their problems or symptoms, and this has helped them. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but I
Right.
mean, I've had that feedback from family members, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
it's you got the preventative and you got the recuperative properties. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. What are your ideas of your growth in the future?
Wow, man. I have a lot of ideas as far as expanding the product line to carry more athletic oriented skin products.
Okay.
So I have a lot of ideas. I have some feedback from people who are like, can you do this? Can you make this with your ingredients and the scent, because we love the scent, and
Right.
your ingredients are effective, but it would be great if you had this. So I would like to do that. I'm actually considering looking for investors, to be honest with you, to help that growth. Um, but I think the brand has a lot of potential, and I think it's got legs to add more product lines to it, and then also the name itself, Athlon, comes from an ancient Greek term that means multiple battles, multiple competitions,
Yeah.
and the reason behind it was I wanted it to be open to all sports, you know, and not be limited to one martial art. Um, so I think that we can go down that road and come out with products that are serve all different athletes or all athletes, and also maybe even more athletic apparel. Our tank tops do amazing.
They're awesome.
People
Yeah.
love them, man. The love is incredible. And they're long lasting. They're super durable, lightweight. And the people that have them, they use them on high rotation.
Oh yeah.
It's like not once a week. It's like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
So we can come out with some really nice stuff. Maybe a little more on the modern side. And
Yeah.
and just have that community. You know what I mean? But do everything properly. Do everything to the best of our ability, and just try to go above and beyond as much as possible.
Yeah.
Not in a rush to do it and just throw a bunch of stuff out there, but just do it properly. Do our research, do our homework, do our testing and our vetting, and go that route. I'd rather go slow and steady than fast and furious. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah.
I will say we've had a lot of great experiences with Athlon Rub. When I first brought it into the gym for the boxing class, the boxing coach, and he's very much one of those who questions everything.
Oh, sure.
Right? And he's like, "Oh, my arm hurts today." I was like, "Well, hold on, I'll get some Athlon Rub and I'll spray it on it." And he's like, just let me try. Right? I walked over, grabbed it, sprayed it in his arm, and it soaked right in because he was already sweating.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, that burns.
Yeah.
Where can I buy some?" Like that was his immediate response. Where do I buy some more?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great feedback. Boxers, it's interesting because old school boxers used to use Aveline on fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, I found this old footage of Mike Tyson being warmed down in the backstage, and they're pulling out this gook and they're rubbing it on his body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's just to open the pores and get him sweating a little bit. But this is so much more effective. This is another level. You know, this hits you on different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that would be a warm market to go after.
Definitely.
You know? Yeah, for sure.
I know our boxing coach. He immediately that same night bought like 3 bottles.
Really?
He went right on the site and bought 3 bottles.
Nice. Yeah, we appreciate that. Thanks so much. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, for everybody out there, where do they find your products at?
Okay, well, we're on Shopify, so it's a secure website. We ship worldwide. It's athlonrub.com, ATHLONRUB as in boy.com. You can also order through our social media directly. We have it linked to our shop. So Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok. So now we just set up a TikTok shop, so you can order it through TikTok as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have quite a few gyms out there that carry it. They're authorized resellers, and we're always bringing on more. You know, all the time we're bringing on new gyms as well, and looking for more gyms as well. So and some fight shops, you know, and a lot of gear brands too. Like you'll see us available at. You got In-Fight Style over here. You got Authentic Muay Thai. You got Planet Muay Thai. You know, those guys carry it too. You know, they believe in the product. They're behind the product, and they want to offer it to their clients that buy their gear.
Yeah.
So they have it available as well. So support them as well. Give them some love and let them know that, you know, you're with it.
Absolutely. And we're actually coming from the Muay Thai Expo here in 2024, where Athlon Rub is a sponsor.
Yes, we're here every year. I'm the longest running vendor here at the TBAs, you know. So I came here for the 2nd year.
Yeah.
And I brought I brought over some of the other vendors that are now part of the whole community. You know, I introduced them. We roomed together. You know, we're just grinding and growing. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of years I was rooming with different vendors. You know, I was bringing them over here. As a matter of fact, I remember one year Pam was really putting pressure on me. She goes, "I want you to handle all the vendors, you know, and do the vendor program for us." I'm like, no, I can't do that. You know, it's too much going on right now.
Yeah, that says volumes.
Yeah. She trusts. She believed in me, but I appreciate it. But now I don't want to get involved with that because it just deviates me from my focus. You know.
Yeah.
The focus is the brand and just growing it and doing everything possible that we can to support that. You know.
Yeah.
And then also supporting the community. You know, seeing what we can do to grow the sport because we all want to see it bigger, and we're all happy with the way things are going and all the milestones that have been made with USA Muay Thai, with WBC, Muay Thai USA. The list goes on. People are, you know, doing some phenomenal work.
Growing exponentially.
What you're doing with your blogs too.
Thank you.
You know, and what's going on in Living Muay Thai.
Yeah.
You know, we just came back from the Living Muay Thai Symposium. What, 2 months ago in Baltimore?
It was very recent.
Yeah, very recently.
Plus we have the summit coming up later.
Yeah, that's right. You got Philadelphia, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, in October.
Yeah. So there's more and more, you know, going on and it's, you know, it's up to us all, you know, stay engaged, be active, participate, contribute, you know, and, you know, help grow this for future generations.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony, thank you so much.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate the time. Thanks so much. We've been talking about doing this for some time. Yeah, so I'm glad we got away. And no better setting than the TBA Classic here at Muay Thai Expo.
The best setting possible.
Yeah. We just had Ajarn Juice sitting right behind us. You know, we missed him right before we started. All right, guys.
Thanks.